What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video I'm going to talk about where is Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. So this was a game that I'm pretty highly anticipating. It's not a game that is a guaranteed buy from me like day one, but it's a game that I think I'm going to give every chance to. I have given every chance to. The gameplay, especially, and what we'll talk about a little bit in this video as well, is we got new gameplay around 2-3 weeks ago. Very, very good. It's looking really solid. Definitely is like the TV show, right? Really seems to have all of the energy, all of the just everything about that, what Samurai Jack is into this game. The thing that's worrying me is mainly because of what's going on around the world, how things are kind of spiking back up. Definitely is pushing more things, right? We see games like Little Hope that got pushed even further from, it was supposed to come out this summertime, right? And now it's been pushed into the fall. Crisis is a bit different, but Crisis Remaster obviously was supposed to come out July 23rd. They did the trailer, got poor reception, and then they delayed it a few weeks. We'll see if that comes out in August. But Samurai Jack is one I think that does kind of concern me a little bit. And so when we talk about where is it, like, should we be concerned about it? I think that honestly, normally would we have to be? No, I actually think most of the time we would not have to be all that concerned about, especially even a game like this. But again, with the way the world is working right now, I do think the fact that we haven't, and I was gonna say we haven't seen all that much. We have seen the gameplay. I think they just need to get out there and tell us the release date. A thing that I have said numerous times is, when you do that, when you give us the release date of a property that already exists, you do need to give us a little bit of time. Now, Crisis was going to cut it pretty darn close, right? We were going to have the trailer, and then 3 weeks after that was when the game was supposed to release. 3 weeks and a day after it was when the game was supposed to release. So that's not the most time in the world, but again, you're not springing it on us like the next day. You're not saying, okay, here's the release trailer, right? They always normally have that. Here's like a new trailer for the game, and the game comes out tomorrow. Like, that never happens. You normally give people however long. Again, it depends on the game. It depends on if it's a AAA game, you have to give people much, much longer. If it's a smaller game, you give people less time. And also, again, if it's a game that we already know exists, it's not like you need to say, okay, Samurai Jack, we show it, it's coming out in 3 months from now. No, this is a game, I think, much like Crisis, where it can come out relatively soon after they announce it. But with that being said, here we are, and I'm recording this video a couple days early, but you guys are seeing this like July 4th or somewhere in that range. Happy 4th of July to anybody celebrating it if this is the day it goes out. But we're getting there. We're now in the beginning of July. So if they announce it, if they announce it even relatively soon, the earliest this game is coming out, I think, is the end of July. Now, again, that's not the word. When you say a game is coming out in the summer, I mean, you have June, you have July, you have August. So again, it's at the time to sound the alarm that there's a problem. No, not necessarily, but the longer it goes, the more weeks that pass, the more I do think you gotta kind of start getting a little concerned that, okay, does this game get pushed into August? Well, even if it does, there's not that much going on in August. Well, if it goes into September, September will start to get filled, just like October. October will start to get filled with games. November is going to be next gen, and so I'm not saying this game is going to get delayed till Christmas, but again, we want this game. I think a lot of people are very, very excited for it. I think the enthusiasm again for this game is very high. I want to see it. I want to see how people react to it. I think that's kind of where, if you're asking me like my impressions or my opinion about this game, I want to see just a little bit more. The issue for me is it's $40. I believe it's a $40 game. That is quite a bit for a game that does seem like it's going to be kind of small, but again, like any game, it's gotta earn the money that we're spending on it. So we'll have to see how the game goes, but I do want to see more of it. I want to see, again, people have their hands on it. I want people to be able to play it, be able to talk about it, be able to talk about maybe how long the game is, again, if it's worth that kind of money. And again, in a summer that you only have so much money, there's already all these really big games coming out. Then we have all of these smaller indie games, but also just smaller games in general, like Samurai Jack. I mean, Samurai Jack is definitely in that area where it's a smallerish game, but it's still somewhat costly. It's in the same kind of area as Destroy All Humans and SpongeBob and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm very excited for this game. I definitely am giving it chances. I want to play this game. I do want to own it at some point in my life. But again, it's going to be interesting because we did see gameplay, but that was like 2-3 weeks ago. I get that you're not going to show gameplay, you're not going to talk about this game every single day, right? Especially not a game that's that overly big. But at the same time, here we are, first week of July done. We're on to week 2 now. I guess first full week of July is next week, but it's time. It's time, I think, that we get the release date relatively soon, because again, the longer they wait, they're not going to announce it and saying that it's going to release like in 2 days. The only ones that generally do that sometimes are like episodic games. They'll give, I guess, back in the day, like Walking Dead, Telltale games, early Telltale games, even like the first Life is Strange. You knew when to expect it because they said, okay, it would come out every 2-3 months, and then you get the trailer, and then the game would release 4 to 7 days after that. That's normally what happens for episodic games. But again, even with that, we knew when to expect it. So for a game, again, a game like Samurai Jack, we know it's the summer, but you can't just spring it on us and say, okay, the game releases tomorrow. You got to give, I'd say, at least 2 to 3 weeks of getting people ready to go. And so if you were say you announce it this upcoming week, well, and the earliest it can come out is like right after Ghost of Tsushima. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it fits in at the end of July. I'm starting to think like early to mid-August. I don't really think it wants to get into the late August, early September period. That puts it with Mafia's trilogy, the Mafia 1 remake, but I guess the Mafia trilogy in general puts it with the Avengers game, and then obviously you just go forward from there. So I feel like the summer definitely still a really solid time to release a game like this. We'll just have to keep our eyes and ears peeled for any additional news. Okay, so guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited for this game? You guys going to get this game day one? Are you concerned about it? Do you think there's anything to be worried about? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. I do a new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.